Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez and whoever else was in that house party that supposedly is the reason why Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first heard the report, I thought it was a typo. And I want to be clear because we still don't know the full details, right? We actually don't know the full details. But if we're piecing together all of the puzzles that we've seen come out, Megan Thee Stallion basically saying she was a victim, right? Saying, hey, a crime was committed against me. These are her words, right? Then you got the producer of hers basically telling Tory Lanez to count his days, right? It would appear that all signs are leaning towards Tory Lanez being the one who actually committed this crime against Megan Thee Stallion. And so, man, I just don't want to believe it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to believe this, that Tory Lanez would even put himself in that situation. Somebody so talented as Tory Lanez, I just can't believe that that this story is true. I mean, what were your initial thoughts on this?
Well, it's I think what needs to be brought up is how the story like unfolded, right? So first thing we saw, right, was Tory Lanez in a pool party with Megan Thee Stallion, Kylie Jenner, they all having fun. And I'm like, first, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? This is great. First, I'm like, are they 6 feet? And I'm like, okay, whatever. That's pretty dope that they're all hanging out. They all know each other.
6 feet. People still do that?
Social distancing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The next thing you know, then I hear Tory Lanez got arrested. In that he got arrested because he had a gun in the car. Then I heard Megan Thee Stallion told police that she shattered her leg on some glass or something like that.
Yep.
Then next thing you know, this social media post comes out about her saying that I was actually shot. And then, you know, people are starting to point to Tory Lanez. So it was something that just kept unfolding throughout the week. If this is true, that is Tory Lanez, which I think it's probably true. Nobody wants to say it, but this could be the end of his career in several different ways. I mean, first and foremost, he's almost guaranteed to go to jail. He's almost guaranteed to go to jail. The gun charges alone will put him in jail. And if it is, I don't think they're going to get him on attempted murder, but they're going to get him on probably assault with a deadly weapon charges. If they prove it, he's looking at time for sure. And then on top of that, like, it's kind of awkward to rock with Tory Lanez if this is true. Like, if you're an artist and you're working with Tory Lanez, it's kind of like, yo, the dude that shot this woman shot the woman.
Yeah. Well, but no. He shot Megan Thee Stallion.
And Megan Thee Stallion on top of it.
Let's be clear, dog. Like,
if it's
Megan
true,
Thee Stallion.
allegedly.
That's why, to be honest with you, I'm kind of holding back on some of the like my true feelings about how I would feel ultimately if this shit is true, right? I'm holding because everything you're saying is correct. I'll actually go a step further because, to be honest with you, Tory Lanez should be canceled. I'm talking about like in a real way. Like, you cannot commit this type of crime. As a matter of fact, this is worse than Chris Brown and Rihanna to me. And I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, how? I think that anytime weapons are involved, you escalated this on a whole nother level. What if the gun was pointed in an inch, you know what I'm saying? Or 2 inches or 3 inches in a different direction? We could be having a completely different conversation, right? There would be no jokes on online about none of this, right? Oh, and then also one thing you didn't mention was the fact that actual video came out of the incident.
Yeah.
So remember, they pulled everybody over. They told everybody to get out the Suburban truck. Megan Thee Stallion's foot was visibly bleeding. You could see it. And so that was disturbing imagery, to be honest with you. And yeah, man, I don't think Tory's going to come back from this. I'm almost certain that he will not come back from this from a career standpoint if these reports are true.
And like I said, if But here's the thing, like, if, and we don't know, but Tory is certainly acting like somebody that did it because I've not heard from him since this whole incident has happened. I mean, if it's a situation where it's like, yo, man, I was shooting back at Megan Thee Stallion's ops or something. Okay, like I would actually say that. I would defend my, like, Tory Lanez, she would be thanking Tory Lanez for shooting my ops. Thank you, Tory Lanez, for shooting at my ops. She was thanking him on Twitter. She did not mention his name.
She didn't even bring him up.
There were certain things that she said. It's like, you know, the thing about women that I love is when they say certain things, it's like literally read between the lines and you can figure out what I'm really trying to say. But I'm not going to snitch on you. She said on the thing, she said, I need to know how to channel my energy differently. Mm-hmm. What that tells me is that her and Tory Lanez must have gotten to a really bad argument. In that argument, she may feel like she went a little overboard and, you know, whatever happened, allegedly. So and these are two of hip hop's bigger artists. These are two of hip hop.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't ever think any argument, any discussion should lead to somebody getting shot.
Not at all.
Not at all. Discussion is you guys are just talking.
No, not at all, dog. No, you're absolutely right. And
how did you go from talking to shoot? Like,
why is there even a gun around? Like now, I can understand, you know what I'm saying, because artists got to protect themselves, right, from the ops, right? I'm not saying they should not own a gun or not, especially it should be legal. Let me be very clear about this, right? And that's another thing. We don't know if this gun was illegal because I feel like that would have came out off the rip. Like, Tory Lanez was caught with an illegal firearm. I didn't see anything about illegal.
It wasn't illegal, but the thing is, you can't carry in California. That is a felony.
You sure about that? I thought
in public. You cannot have it in Virginia, yes. In Florida, yes.
There's a lot of states where you can have concealed.
Virginia,
you can have open carry, right? There's a bunch of open carry states. Texas, Louisiana, open carry.
And I believe California is similar to New York, where they have harsh gun laws. New York is mandatory, like 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. Remember Plaxico Burress?
Plaxico Burress shot himself. You know what I'm saying?
Himself.
He did his 2.5, 3 years. Lil Wayne, he got caught, I believe, in New York. He did. So
correct. I do want to say this before we move on. Social media is like the Wild Wild West, bro. Like, you know, people just be getting jokes off at the expense of other people's pain, and I think there's some disgusting things that's being said. I just want to say I hope Megan Thee Stallion is cool.
Come on,
bro. I was 100% laughing at the Tory Lanez smoke that was put. They said he was 5'2", 120 pounds. Like, come on.
It just was
like, fam.
Just out of nowhere, they just started going on his height. Like, that was something.
It was the police report, I believe.
Yeah.
How they listed. That's funny as fuck. But then you know Drea, right? Drea Michael or whatever the hell her name is. She came out, I think it was like 2 days ago, and basically was like, "Yo, I wish I had I wish somebody loved me enough and shot me." Like, and she claimed she was joking. Which is, that's just a crazy ass thing to even joke about in general.
Yeah,
I understand where she was going. I think I understand, but you can't even say nothing like that. Not at all.
It's so funny.
It's a ridiculous message to even put out in the world.
I would say
I want somebody to shoot me. I wish somebody loved me that much enough to shoot me. What?
I would say. Let me just put it this way to close it out. Let me just say this: there is a very, very thin line between somebody that got shot to death and somebody that survived the shooting. Like, there is a thin line. These jokes won't happen if it would just
That's what I was saying. An inch or two, 5 inches, we would be having a completely different convo.
Once she said, "Oh, I'm okay, I'm recovering," jokes just started coming, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yo, social media gonna get the jokes off no matter what. That's one thing I've learned. Let's move on though, man.
I appreciate about that actually.
No, it's comforting and problematic at the exact same time.
Problematic and comforting.
Yeah,